Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back even to our second series of the day, our middle series you can call it. We got SFTe-sports now versus HellRaisers here from some Group A action of what is the SkinCoin WCA tournament going on. We're on the group stages, of course, for the European region, and two great teams going at it now. Both of these teams have played a match or two before. SFT currently winless, where HellRaisers, they did win one series and they lost another. So SFT trying to get on the board here with a victory. So looking forward to seeing how this one shapes up. I'm BreakyCPK and going to be joined by ZrRock now moving forward for the rest of the day. Before that, though, type exclamation point SkinCoin in chat. You can get the latest giveaway information that's going on currently, as well as you go to skincoin.org. You can check out the latest cryptocurrency on the esports market. You can trade in with your favorite Dota 2 and CSGO skins even. Again, that's skincoin.org. All right, game number one draft, though. It is underway as we have a Nyx Assassin into a Night Stalker so far. But ZrRock, good morning to you, sir. How are you doing?
Hello, hello. Well, I'm alive. That's a good start.
Always a good
Yeah,
start.
there's an Ancient Apparition still on the board, so see if HellRaisers values that at all.
That could be an option. As SFT, they go Chaos Knight though with their second pick. That's a early Chaos Knight here. Although we have been seeing this carry a lot in this event, I feel like.
It's because he's got a golden shield. Everyone just wants to play it for the cosmetics.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why you pick something in pro play, right?
No, it makes sense. Yeah, good. That's logic that can't be disputed. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Illidan has been playing it a lot, though, for SFT, so a comfort hero for them. But, yeah, again, just picking it up in that's the second pick just seems a little odd to me. Really
well, and it's
though.
interesting that in pretty much this tournament and this tournament alone, Earthshaker's just kind of gone away. Like, in the other tournaments you and I casted, that was a very priority pick. Often seeing first phase, not necessarily ban anymore, but first phase pick a lot of the time. One of the better answers to Chaos Knight. I mean, it just decimates the illusions in the early to mid game. It's got a ton of control to stop CK from reality rifting people, but all but ignored in this tournament as a whole so far. So a bit surprised to see that just slip through the cracks here for HellRaisers, but they are opting to go with the Batrider instead.
Yeah, the Batrider second pick. Speaking on the other side of the spectrum, this is a hero that's been getting a lot of attention in this event especially, and been doing very well. So I'm sure HellRaisers looking for that idea with the pick here. Kid, a.k.a. Sexy Bambo. He'll probably end up playing it in the off lane. Oh, also, it's actually worth mentioning this. So we're in the lobby there and noticed that Pablo was joining the ranks of SFTe-sports, and from what I can tell, they made it seem like it's an official change. But the roster lock, I want to say, is either today, if not tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, for the minor major season here.
The 5th.
Is it the 5th? Okay, so maybe a couple days then. Okay, well, it's soon here is the point. But Illidan did suggest that Pablo's replacing Peksu, and it sounded like that was like a permanent change.
You're right.
Yeah.
It ends in 8 hours.
Oh, so it doesn't even say. Okay, so it ends very soon here, coming up. But so yeah, it sounds like they're replacing Peksu with Pablo, which part of me is a little like, oh, that's unfortunate because Peksu, you know, it's a former Han guy, and I thought he was actually doing pretty well with the team. But Pablo's a good player himself,
Pablo a former
I guess.
Han guy as well?
He is, yeah. He does have the history there. So
okay, I thought he played.
So that's
no
okay.
more Alliance Pablo.
No, he's now stand-in Pablo. But soon to be SFT Pablo, apparently. That's what I'm getting at there. So, yeah, he's going to be their new 4 position. Obviously, brings plenty of experience to the table, as you mentioned most recently on Alliance. The squad of last season there, so. All right, we got wings, though, coming out. We got Winter Wyvern into Jakiro happening in this draft. The Jakiro, when you already just picked up a Disruptor as well, so that's pretty much a guaranteed core Jakiro here.
Pablo was officially added to the roster yesterday morning.
Okay,
on the Valve page, so that is looking permanent.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there. Like, this is a team that's been looking decent, and Peksu was playing well from what I could tell, so that must be one of those kind of behind-the-scene things of something was going on, or Pablo made interest and they liked him better, whatever. But so it sounds like it is official. Change there. And now Lifestealer, the 4th pick for HellRaisers. So this draft is definitely developing with an interesting twist, more so on SFT's side. Again, going really what's surely to be a core Jakiro with that 4th pick.
10 seconds
Yeah, you'd have
remaining.
to imagine it is, unless they want to run Night Stalker offlane, and then run that as their 4/5. But I have to imagine this is mid Jakiro.
Have they? How does Invoker match up against that? Oh wait, what am I saying? That's actually never mind. I see Tops in there. You always have to think Invoker, but he's on SFT, so I guess HellRaisers could be thinking of that.
It could be offlane Jakiro. We have seen that a couple times. And
Yeah.
then they could run Tops and Invoker to round it out. It's just Quasplex Invoker is not nearly as good as pushing as an X-Sword Invoker. It doesn't have that same kill potential. It doesn't have the early strong alacrity. It'd actually be a really sick game for a Wexord Invoker. That's a build we don't see very often, but when we do see it, it's hilarious. You don't have any control. Really, all you do is alacrity and Sunstrike things, but you do a ton of damage.
I imagine, yeah. That's what makes you say that it would be good this game?
Their lineup is really tooled into the very early to mid game. Like, they're gonna hit a spike as soon as CK gets 1 item, and then again at 2 items, and then after that, they don't really get much better. Like, your Jakiro with items adds a lot more control. Sure, your Disruptor's never getting items, and your Night Stalker doesn't scale that well with items. Like, you can go Ag's Gem, that's great vision. You can go, like, a battle item or two, and that helps you kill supports, but you're never going to contest a carry as Night Stalker, really. So, I'd like to see them look to an early to mid game. Well, there's the Invoker.
Definitely wasn't assuming HellRaisers was going to do it, more so for the SFT discussion, but almost, I kind of wonder if that's a little bit of a takeaway, though, too, because, again, they know how comfortable Thompson is with that hero, so they figure get it themselves and still feel like it's going to be impactful for them as well. Kaiser will probably play it here, I'm sure. So now SFT, who did they go in response? So I guess this does lead to the question that I had earlier when I was thinking something else, but Jakiro versus Invoker, that's a possible matchup now. Is there any reason why Jakiro wouldn't be good against Invoker, or is that just a fun matchup?
Jakiro's okay against Invoker. I mean, it's fine. Jakiro mid is just spam creeps and ignore the hero for the most part. Like, you're not really looking to kill him ever.
Okay. Wait, Pablo's drafting? Whoa. That's interesting. Just picking up on that. I don't think he had the draft at the beginning, honestly, but they might have swapped it. Yeah, you know what? I'm pulling up the stream. STST actually has the draft icon, and then they swap it, like, going into the final pick. What the hell?
Is this the Pablo, you pick what you want for mid? They just passed it to him, and they went to go get something to drink. And...
I mean, Pablo's not he's their 4 position, right? So you think he's already on Night Stalker here. I don't know what that's about.
You'd have to imagine so. Maybe they're just doing something really weird. Like, we have no idea. I really don't know. It could be mid Jakiro, it could be offlane Jakiro. They have options. I think mid Jakiro's fine into Invoker. Their only other thing they could do if they really wanted to scale into the late game, it's not a bad Phantom Lancer game until Nyx gets Ags. They could run mid PL against Invoker, which just dumpsters Invoker.
Dragon Knight.
You may now select your heroes.
It doesn't dumpster Invoker, but it definitely doesn't lose.
Oh, sounds like a good medium then for SFTe-sports. And sure enough, Niqua, is going to be playing the Jakiro here. So I mentioned you have the offlane Jakiro, and that's sure enough what we will see. So when it comes to objectives, that is, they got a fair amount of building push between Dragon Knight and Jakiro. Going to rely on Chaos Knight to get some good farm here. I lean towards HellRaisers lineup, though, a little bit more as far as just overall, just a solid lineup.
It's definitely more balanced.
Yeah.
They have a couple different delivery methods in the Batrider and the Nyx for the Lifestealer. 3-3 shouldn't have that bad of a laning phase, so then he's going to get to his armlet quick enough. Yeah, I agree. I think their lineup is just a little more standard. SFT definitely doing something a little out of the ordinary here. I'm struggling to see how much this Chaos Knight's going to be able to get done. The Winter Wyvern can definitely pull off some big saves in this game. So can Milan, honestly. just hitting an impale as somebody gets reality rifted could be super crucial.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern, similar to the idea of the Sven, he seems like a pretty good option to have against a Chaos Knight. Not only for the Cold Embrace saves, but even the curses. Some good curses here can result in some of these supports getting dropped pretty quickly. You get it like on a Bat Rider or not. No, he's on his team. God, I'm all over the place here. You get on a Disruptor, a Night Stalker or something with enemies with Chaos Knight nearby, especially then. Can drop him pretty quickly. Okay, we are in game number 1, though, of this best of 3. HellRaisers versus SFTe-sports. And Milan's already deep in here, getting a ward down for the middle lane, also blocking the Ancient spawn. So perhaps preventing some early stack here. So it's the one player called out, yeah. Only you. Nobody else, though.
Well, GG called.
All right, they better cancel that. That would be awkward.
Some tournaments have rules that if that comes out, that is the end of the game.
I can't imagine that, though. Like,
I've seen one tournament where somebody did it after they got mad and died 6 minutes into a game, and the admin made them call it.
It seems a little over the top to me, personally. But
yeah, it does. It does.
You know, that's, I guess if it's a rule. Illidan, by the way, he's sitting on the rune. He's going to be seen, though, and we'll have to start running. They're not diving it.
No.
Yeah, they're just going to get the rune. Control the rune here. And
they could have put a lot more pressure on him if that Arctic Burn had connected, but they probably didn't.
All right, so they get 3 bounty runes. Thompson gets the only rune on the Radiant side. Right here is STST, disconnect. We'll be back shortly, I am sure. But nice start as J4 is also looking for a Courier snipe. There's a Quelling Blade on the Courier is coming out right now. Quelling Blade being delivered to Thompson. So we'll see if he's careful controlling that Courier or not. Will need to be.
I can't imagine he gets it on the way out with the Quelling Blade, but there's a good chance he gets it on the way back.
Why is that the case? I've noticed that that's the case a lot, where they wait for it to be coming back.
You just watch the mid laner. As soon as he gets new items, you know the Courier's there. Then you count to 2 or 3, and then the Courier's right in your auto attack range when you step out.
Okay.
You don't have vision. Like, if you want to waste a ward up here, like where Dragon Knight is standing right now, you can get vision of the Courier and possibly get it beforehand. But in most matchups, it's not worth that ward. It's not going to be a high-value ward for you to place down. So you just wait and grab it on the way back. It's just fine to do.
All right, well, we'll see how this plays out here. Disruptor is back, but Invoker again on the other side, being played by Kaiser, and sure enough, he has the Exhort. So, not surprising to see that, but it's just...
I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Sure. No problemo. Apparently, STST will be back in a minute, and we will be resuming our game number 1. Again, this is our second series of the day. Finishing the first series here, a 2-1 victory in favor of Kingwin over Mouse Sports. Just played that one. We got this one, SFTe-sports versus HellRaisers, and then we go back into Group B action for our last match of the night. Kingwin versus Effect will be our final game of the night here. Effect qualifying out of the CIS region to get to this point, and they've been looking pretty good. They had a pretty solid 2-0 victory over Mouse Sports themselves yesterday, actually. So that should definitely be a pretty good series there between Kingwin and Effect for our later match. But this also should be a good one. SFT, just like Effect, they had to qualify initially to get to this point. They had like the initial qualifiers. You have the other 6 teams were invited to these group stage portions. You have Vega Squadron, HellRaisers, and Empire from Group A, Mouse Sports, Kingwin, and Mitter Feed from Group B. And so thus you have 8 teams in total. Again, top 2 from each group advance on to the playoff stage, and then the top 2 from there advance on to the LAN portion. But there's also a $50,000 prize pool on the line for the online portion here for these 8 teams. So it's kind of nice, seeing that we've mentioned before that with the minors and majors, you either qualify for it or it's a ultimately get nothing out of it, as there's no really prize pool in the online portions there. So this is a nice mix of format here. All right, you're back. So is the game. And the courier.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Thompson forgot to send it or if this is just super meta. Generally, you don't wait all the way until 3 minutes to get something sent out to you.
Well, he's keeping it there for now for a full minute at least, and now Winter Wyvern. He's gonna poke out in the middle lane, and Dragon Knight, I think he's dead, but he's gonna take a lot of damage here.
He would have been real close to dead if they went when he was still level 1. He took Dragon Blood at level 1, which, to be honest, Breathe Fire is a better defensive tool.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, 3 heroes of the Radiant side drop Batrider. Caught that. Batrider seemed like he was in that position of trying to leech some experience, and they just found him in the woods there. And when that happened, with no Firefly just yet, of course, he was not getting out. So, nice kill. He's going to hit level 2 shortly here, and in fact, he has it now. So he has Firefly now, but would have liked it before the death there.
This lane's going to be very, very scary for him. There's just a good chance of dying whenever CK goes on you. And now CK has level 2, so both of those skills are online. Bat may be looking to just straight jungle since he did get to level 2.
Seems like that's the case for now. Nikwa in that off lane on Jakira. Really intrigued to see how this works out. You mentioned we've seen that before, but most recently I want to say we saw Moo play for Complexity. Comes to mind. Again, we've been casting a lot of the NA region up into this event here.
Moo.
The one and only. But yeah, and it did pretty well. You could kind of see just this hero with items, especially in levels, it actually becomes pretty scary. But they're gonna run at him here. He's gonna buy a TP maybe. Nope, not yet at least. Goes down the dual breath, and now here comes J4. Even with the TP, yeah, they had the Impale. He's holding off on it. Not even going to waste the mana. He's going to let Lifestealer get the final hit. And he zones out Night Stalker as well. So, good patience there.
That was actually a little risky. Lifestealer didn't have boots yet. So if he had gotten around the corner, Orb of Venom had dropped, he gets a salve off. There's a shot that he may have gotten out of that. But
well, the risk paid off.
It did.
But
I feel like he's actually pressuring this Lifestealer quite a bit here. Chaos Knight's just completely uninterrupted free farm.
They're going back in though, man. Liquid Fire's on Nyx Assassin. He still gets the Impale off. Mentioned the Orb of Venom auto attacks adding up. That on top of the open wounds, and one more. Nope, nice magic stick at the last second. Not enough though. 3-3 gets credit for the kill. And another death on Jakiro. So whenever that happens where a hero dies back-to-back times in a lane, you kind of wonder, does he really just go back there? I mean, what
you lose so much for that, because then you can't TP back to the lane, so they're able to deny a whole bunch of the creeps. They're able just to take a massive XP lead on you. It puts you in a really rough spot.
Yeah. So for now, he's going to head back up there, but he'll have to be very careful. The Night Stalker, it's 2.5. Here comes the nighttime. We'll see where he ends up. Maybe middle lane. Try to address Kaiser on that Invoker. But Nyx Assassin will rotate over as well.
Get the DD?
Nyx will pick it up just in time. Pablo doesn't have many mana, actually. And delivers some clarities there. He needs that to be able to use Void, especially at nighttime. But, yeah, where do you think he should go? I mean, middle lane or bottom lane even? Or can he really do much at top?
Batrider.
Just find Bat.
I think you just go annoy Bat. Even if all you do in First Night is leech a bunch of Batrider's XP, I think that's still value enough. I just don't think you're finding kills anywhere else, unless you want to rotate the CK as well.
Yeah.
But they're more than content just to have CK farming bottom right now. CK may look to go Midas, honestly. I think Armlet's probably a little better of an option, but he's sitting here banking a ton of gold. He's got 1,700 already.
Oh, CK. For some reason, I thought they said DK. I'm like, he is nothing. What are you talking about? But no, he is going to hand Midas.
DK winning a Aquila, which is not standard by any means. Definitely interesting.
Huh. Oh, you're right.
I can see him going this if he wants to go this in lieu of Bottle. This gives him the mana regen he needs that he wouldn't have from skipping the Bottle there to actually keep his mana pool up. He's been going a very defensive build. I mean, he's going max Dragon Blood, no points in Dragon Tail. This is a hyper defensive build.
Yeah. And not having the natural Ring of Aquila carrier on the team and around him too. You kind of figure that they like the idea of the aura, if anything. So yeah, having it here and going to pressure the mid tower.
Great rotation from J4.
Well, you see Thompson's having to back off, and is he in trouble? Cold Snap's coming out. Impale, nice silence on a Nyx. Will prevent the Impale at least. So Pablo getting that level 3 and crippling fear.
HellRaisers saw that Dragon Knight was level 6. They knew exactly what he was going to do. Get creeps to tower, press R, and J4 already there with the Arctic Burn right away.
And he's actually still not out of here just yet. J4 continuing to run in. No more Arctic Burn, but they do got a mana burn.
No mana for Sunstrike, though, on Kaiser.
No. Yeah, you're
Regen
right.
will help.
That'll help, but a little bit too late now. We're getting the kill on Dragon Knight. Level 3 Dragon Blood has been picked up, so the regen really kicking in.
You ready to see Batrider die?
Oh yeah, he's dead.
He showed for 1 instant in the lane. Disruptor just snap thunder strikes him, and I mean, it's guaranteed at that point.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tough start for him.
Yeah, as soon as you have vision of him, you can glimpse him, you can field him, then you can sunstrike him. Like, I mean, well, you don't really want to sunstrike your own teammate, but now I'm doing it, Breaky. You're breaking me this morning.
Well, it's Thompson, man. It's so, you see Thompson in the game in an Invoker, you just assume it's him playing it, but
Illidan did go the Midas on Chaos Knight, so he is looking to scale up a little bit later. It means they're figuring their timing is going to be quite a bit later here than it would be otherwise. They don't really have any need to do anything in the super early game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
By the way, we saw the bottom lane, the glimpse back on a Nyx Assassin as soon as he TP'd in, so disrupting his rotation a little bit. Top lane, Nikwa. Is he going to really die for this? That would be pretty deep, yeah. No ice path from Jakiro, but would have been risky from 3-3, so decides not to go. So working on that armlet. But you mentioned Illidan going that Midas. And actually, now that we've been seeing a lot of Chaos Knight in general, but I do remember Illidan's Chaos Knight especially too. And I want to say he did do this several times playing the hero. He went that Hannah Midas first.
If Batrider gets to reasonable blink timing, which right now looks near impossible, they could really get punished by this. Like, as soon as Lifestealer gets his armlet, they're way ahead. Batrider's just dead again.
Is he dead again, Dodd? Yes, he is. I was watching the top lane. They get the kill on Nikwa. The Sunstrike, not enough for the kill, but Lifestealer finishes it. But yeah, bottom lane, Batrider trying to do a little bit in the jungle, but another death on him. So he said, if he gets that, but at this rate, man, 0-3-0.
Well, the alternative is just at 10 minutes, Milan will have Vendetta up if he takes the tome. So you can always just go that route. You give him the tome, you get him Vendetta up right away. At least at a timing that matches the armlet.
Middle lane, tops in. Oh, the Dragon form active, and just like last time, they respond to it, and this time in full force. Thompson, Magic Stick, or Wand even, going to save it. The Sunstrike's a little too far ahead. And Night Stalker's coming in now. It is daytime, though. Only so much he can do. God, he's tanky, but not tanky enough. That level 2 Splinter Blast will finish the job finally. So it took 4 heroes, but they do kill the Dragon Knight.
I love this build path out of DK. So he has max Dragon Blood already, which is very much inherently tanky. Then he also win a Helm of Iron Will and an Aquila. He has 24 armor at 9 minutes into this game.
Yeah. They're relying on magic damage quite a bit and a burst magic damage to get that kill. And as you see, they don't really have the most right now. So it's understandable he was able to live as long as he did. But still, they got the kill. And the top lane, they scanned out somebody for a split second. I think that was Jakiro. But either he TP'd out or somebody was up there. Point is, they get out. And they're going to be fine. Radiant scanned the bottom down here. That was kind of interesting. They scanned like right on top of Chaos Knight. So not sure what the plan was there, but Nyx Assassin has that Vendetta as mentioned, and it's just going to watch Chaos Knight for now. Don't really know if they can really capitalize on this, though. There's no way a Sunstrike.
They're going to kill Disruptor every Sunstrike, though.
Oh, true.
If they want to.
Attack, Impale, Sunstrike. Boom shakalaka. There you go.
Yeah. And this is the benefit to getting this combo. If you get Nyx and Invoker both online, supports don't really have enough gold to blanket the map in sentries right now. And so that means every time that he finds a Disruptor, it's just a free kill.
Well, Batrider's also a free kill the way things have been looking, and possible another free kill on him. Although Illidan has to turn around. The Illusion's almost beating him down in the end, but not enough. So actually, Batrider will survive this time, the Phantasm. Unable to do the job. Milan gets pulled back in there by the Glimpse. Illidan sitting on top of him now. Chaos Bolt. That's a level 4 Chaos Bolt, so that's why that big damage came out. And
And that's not the standard build anymore either on Chaos Knight. People are maxing Reality Rift more often than they are Chaos Bolt. So that longer stun there actually paying off.
Is under attack.
More upfront burst damage. Working in that case. So Batrider at least survives and can continue to progress towards the blink, but only 800 gold saved up currently. Jakiro's not doing much better though on the other side. In fact, he is slightly behind the Batrider when it comes to net worth. He's level 8 though, as Batrider is level 6, so that's where Jakiro does have an advantage. With the offlane presence at least. What does Jakiro get this game, you think? What kind of builds are we seeing on the offlane Jakiro?
Yules or Force Staff. Yeah, I'd say Force.
Probably not too much different than the usual support Jakiro.
Yeah,
Just to get it ideally a little quicker.
Like, maybe you can, if it's the right kind of game for it, look to go something like Helm of Dom. Just something that's going to let you be a little bit tankier with that extra regen, going to let you have that extra utility of the creep. It's just a bloody back and forth game. If somebody shows up top, they die. If somebody shows bottom, they die. Now they're going on Kaiser though, but I don't think they have the damage for this.
No, a little bit too far. Dragon Tail's out of range, now Top's in. Okay, we mentioned how tanky he is. He gets the turn kill on Invoker. That meatball doing a lot of burn damage though, and in comes the Nyx. Now he's silenced up. He cannot impale because of that, and Thompson will freely TP out. Great decision on his part. Pablo flying over the edge, making some big plays as far as saves go, but now Jakiro gets pulled into the tower, and he's in trouble. No more Ice Path. He has a macro power. May just throw that down? Yeah. He's like, ah, screw it. I'll get some farms. Use some CS here. He throws a liquid fire on the tower, and actually might kill it. No, it's going to be close.
That actually was way closer than it looked with that Invoker. So open wounds lets you heal off the damage you do, and it's not just for lifestealers. So when that meteor came down, Invoker was going to get a huge spike of health back if they didn't burst him right then.
Oh, okay.
Like, the Meteor Sunstrike would have healed Invoker up 600, 700 HP total. So they had to burst him right that second.
That's a good point. Oh,
ooh,
meanwhile,
smoke broke.
Yeah. So he's going to absorb the Sunstrike, though.
Cover from Night Stalker.
Yeah, you could tell that was on purpose. He's a very good heads up on his part. And they do turn on a Nyx Assassin. So, yeah, great heads up for sure. Some solid play definitely coming out right here. 3-3. He has to run, or he decides to run more so. As there's plenty more coming in as Illidan pop the Phantasm. Kid out of range though.
Yeah, Batrider kept up his tranquils during that, so he still zooms in.
Radiant's top tower.
Ooh, top tower gets denied. Invoker tried to go in for the kill, but Jakiro a little bit too quick. Manages to deny him, threw down that Ice Path as well. Batrider, still no blink, but he's down here. Seeing if he can find anyone. It is nighttime though, and we're going to see that come into play here. The Reality Rift pull in, the Chaos Bolt, and wow, Batrider's dead. That's something we see time and time again.
CK with Phantasm hurts.
It does. Tops in middle.
All like 3 seconds left on it.
He's tanky. Sunstrike gets in about half-life here. Cold Snap's coming out as well. Arctic Burn on top. That should help finish it. Pablo's going to do what he can. This time the silence. Oh, okay. Oh,
they kind of had to. That TP might have gone off.
Did it? God, it seemed like they were going to get, but you're right. It's a safety net. Might as well just secure the kill.
I mean, yeah, you had no other interrupts up. You would have felt real terrible committing all of that if DK gets out with 80 HP.
Yeah.
Milan's just playing way too aggressive here, though. Walking over to the wrong side of the tracks, gets punished.
And Night Stalker is having high impact. He's 3-0-5 on Night Stalker. Pablo, a comfortable hero for him, as it really is on most 4-position players. Seems like he is fitting in very nicely for this team.
Look at how much damage Jakiro's doing to Bamboo in the top lane right now.
Yeah. Sunstrike, don't pull him away. Okay, he does hit it. Yeah, he gets the kill. But you're right. I mean, he dealt plenty of return, but Batrider a little bit too evasive there. Obviously, he didn't stand on the Macropier, so manages to live. That's the as strong as Macropier is, it's like getting people to be on top of it can be difficult sometimes.
Yeah, that wasn't even Macropier damage though. That was just his other buttons. If he threw in a Macropier, they'd probably get it. I think it was on cooldown.
Oh, did he not even use that? Oh, you're right. Yeah.
No, look at this Lifestealer build. He has a medallion.
Oh. I've seen this before, but it's definitely not a popular one. So really just amping.
It's something I haven't seen before when you don't have a carry offlane. Like, you don't have an LC or a Nature's Prophet or something. Generally, that's where you usually see it, but this... A, he's incredibly farmed. He has full arm lane and a full medallion already. B, I don't think this build's good unless they go for Roche very, very soon. I just think it's fairly lackluster. But he's just trying to not die to the CK burst.
That, I think, is the biggest thing. I wouldn't be surprised to see that turn into a straight solar crest. And something we did see a fair amount a little bit ago when Lifestealers was the Heaven's Halberd, when that change first happened in the item.
Yep.
That's another item this game that actually could kind of make sense here, right? Because of the evasion and being able to tank up against the Chaos Knight even more. So we'll see if that's kind of the route he decides for.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Instead of the more aggressive one, but top tower.
They use Phantasm for this.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they're probably going to get to. They got a Dragonite, Elder Dragon form on top of this, level 2. Yeah, you're not defending this tower. No remote.
I mean, this is exactly what this lineup's keyed in to do. Just rip through a building if they get the time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Invoker?
attack.
Is he dead here? He is. Ern's going to tick him down, maybe deny. Nope, the Arctic, or the Winter's Curse even, at the last second, not going to save him. Now Winter Wyvern is also caught.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That's a classic case of a saving support. He gets there at the last second, just not enough time, and then he ends up dying himself.
Yeah, Invoker smartly toggled all the quests at the last second. If that Winter's Curse was half a second earlier, one less auto attack, Invoker probably lives through that Ern.
Oh, the region. Well, actually, I wonder if he cold embraces him first. Although he wouldn't have enough mana to do both, though. I think he was out of mana.
Hey, if he's soaring, you would.
Oh, you're right. So maybe the cold embrace into the Winter's Curse, but he had to make a reaction play. Just wasn't enough to save. Kinetic Field, just kind of scouting with it. Lasso initiation, but that's a bold lasso. But the glimpse kind of saves Batrider. So that's a interesting play what just happened there. You can't blame Disruptor for using a glimpse immediately, I guess, but they really could have turned that pretty easily, it seemed like. I'm going to make sure he didn't get pulled into a bad spot, though.
HellRaisers needs to find a way to disrupt this game plan from SFT. Like, they're still getting stuff on the side. They took the mid T1. I mean, they've taken all the T1s, but if you're HellRaisers, you gotta stop this SFT plan a little bit. Everything they've done's just been so by the book. We're gonna group every dragon form. We're gonna get a building. Illidan's just been farming his way up, and that's an incredibly quick Roshan just giving up. If they just keep 5-manning on the side of SFT and there's not a quick reaction from HellRaisers, this game's gonna be real hard.
Well, you also look at Chaos Knight going the medallion himself, using that to amp the damage on the Roshan there. Another 1,500 gold saved up. Obviously, double damage also helped with that. Night Stalker does have a medallion as well, so they are overlapping that to an extent. But never a bad thing to have multiple, especially even Solar Crest upgrades.
Yeah, it's not like an Aura where you get no benefit out of 2 of them.
No.
Juan is gonna find a courier here.
What's on it? Just wards.
Radiant's courier has
Still
been
a nice go.
Dire's
Stops the
middle
creep
tower
wave a little
has
bit,
fallen.
but they have one with them, so they're not concerned.
Dire's middle tower
Elder
is under
Dragon
attack.
form. Yeah, Helmers is really, I mean, they do have an Invoker who actually has his Axe finish, so they should be able to hold this off a little bit. Kid's going in. There's the Ice Path, though. The pull him with the Reality Rift as well. The Winter's Curse in reaction to the Dragon Knight. That was a glimpse on a Kid. Again, it kind of saved him right there. Dragon Knight goes down. Now Illidan's in trouble. Static Storm trying to help him get out of this place. It's not going to work, though. The Aegis is going to be popped. Dragon Knight's dead for 40 seconds, by the way. Aegis coming back up. 3-3 gets low, but the Rage, the Armlet Toggle, he'll manage to live, popping the Shrine nearby. Disarm on a Chaos Knight. Definitely blast the Urn. Illidan is going to maybe tick down. No, the Armlet Toggle himself will manage to survive. STST on the run with Pablo, though. And full retreat mode for SFTe here. STST, he's dead. Pablo's also going to die as well. And that's a streak stopper kill. Kid credit for it, but that glimpse again definitely saved Batrider this time.
It's saved Bat, but they had to do it. If that glimpse doesn't go off, I'm pretty sure that lasso is a free kill to start the fight off, though.
They had him locked down. I don't know about that.
It's just hard.
Yeah.
If you don't glimpse them there, it sets up so nicely for the rest of the team. You get Sunstrikes, you get Impales, you get all of this Winter Wyvern damage. There's so much to throw on top of it that whoever he lasts is dead just from the sheer fact that he's held in place long enough to get all these skill shots off.
But you do see HellRaisers there. I mean, they obviously got plenty of hold.
Yeah.
The Curse is a great tool as well.
And a lot of this goes back to this Invoker build. He skipped talents, which we've seen a lot of Invokers do lately, but even not getting that little 15 XP talent, he's going pure damage right now. He just got his 3 points in Quas that you need to make Cold Snap feel good, and now it's just Wex and Exort.
Winter Wyvern bottom lane, he's trying to live, but don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, Pablo will finish him off with a Void. Nighttime, so amped effect. Easy kill in the end for him, running him down. Jakiro did get picked elsewhere, though. That was at the top lane. Looks like a Sunstrike kill that happened previous to that one. And we are seeing multiple Solar Crests coming out. Chaos Knight and Night Stalker do end up just building into that here, as we're mentioning. That with the Ring of Aquila on Dragon Knight, this is a very we want to win now game plan here from SFT.
Yeah, extremely.
And I mean, they didn't necessarily need to do this, but it's the way they wanted to play the game, clearly.
Well, and the Blink on DK is tuning into that too. It's a way to get a quick initiation, some type of snap start. The problem that they have with their lineup is Chaos Knight's very bad as an initiator. Everything he does is telegraph, takes forever. But there you go. That's what he can do when he gets on somebody.
That's by himself. The team support is coming in now, but Invoker's dead for 45 seconds, by the way. Static Storm, they do catch Lifestealer. He's in trouble. And he, in fact, is dead. 50 seconds. He has a buyback. Winter Wyvern already used his, but the tower's dead. And Lifestealer, I was going to say, if he doesn't buy back, they're just giving this up. So he will. The lasso, they do catch Illidan. Thompson going to try to assist a little bit. It's pretty far for Illidan right here. He is in trouble, trying to armlet toggle. He's very slowed, though, and it's enough damage to take him out. Can they at least get the melee racks? No, when vulnerability comes out, Winter Wyvern got a dieback right there, but it seems like HellRaisers is doing enough to hold, at least when the racks going down. 3-3, open wounds on Pablo. Meanwhile, you have Batrider going for a couple others. The Ice Path put down, and now Kid's in trouble as he four staffs away back in, but Thompson follows it up with the blink. Now he's going for that melee racks. He's going to kill Nick's assassin first. Can he kill the melee racks? It's going to be so close. Here comes Invoker finally. Buyback on Batrider. He will get the melee racks. He may end up dying because of this, but probably going to be worth it.
He's planning on dying for this.
Yeah. Okay, so he does fall a lot of buybacks, so.
Yeah, and it goes on a person that bought back, so getting so much less of that gold. He's only getting it's 40% of the gold he would have gotten for that streak stop. So that all in all was fine for SFT. If you look at the exchange graph there, it basically was a 600 net loss of gold to get a melee axe. You'll take that every single time.
Yeah. Illusion. And now Illidan finds an illusion rune, actually. He's Phantasm up in 10 seconds. Oh boy, this is Invoker. He would not have a buyback, or does he have one now? He does have one now, but still. Doesn't have Ghost Walk queued up yet, but he is not going to be found, so won't be necessary here. And Chaos Knight now has a Reaver picked up, so he's going to go into the Heart next as his follow-up item.
Super tanky.
It's also just great on a hero like Chaos Knight, too, because it not only makes him super tanky, but it amps his damage, actually, a fair amount as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's the extra illusion
Shrine is under attack.
with the Phantasm. And he'll push bottom tower with it. The bottom shrine also going to be destroyed. Thompson in the Elder Dragon form to do so. And they get it. So far, this investment of win this early to mid game is working out for SFTe. And they got the middle racks, and now it's time for the bottom lane. HellRaisers, they have to defend. Well, they don't have a choice there. Lifestealer, he's even trying to build a Maelstrom, by the way, to help with some counter push. Okay, not your everyday build on Lifestealer, though.
Yeah, he's just looking for a way to try to help kill out the CK illusions.
But they port back. It's not worth going in. They don't have the Aegis anymore. Double damage rune at the Roshan pit, but Roshan's not going to be up for a bit. So it won't be able to take advantage of that. But sit back, farm the heart on Chaos Knight.
Yeah, as soon as Illidan gets a blink after the heart, which I'm assuming is going to be his follow-up item, all he has to do is just Phantasm, keep the illusions behind out of Winter's Curse range, and then just blow somebody up. They're going for a grab on CK, though.
It's a big kill. They managed to get it. The Reaver is bulking him up a bit, but it's not enough. Kid, credit for the kill. The Sunstrike doing plenty of damage there throughout, and they're going to check
It's the
Roshan.
last person you want that kill on, though. Anyone else would have been good.
Well, they get it, so not really what
True.
matters. But yeah, if you really want to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Roshan, I wonder how long it's going to be, though. It's 15 seconds till it could spawn. But it's obviously going to be a little bit longer than that, of course. BKB almost finished on Dragonite, too. Be another big item pickup, but Roshan fight is definitely going to be coming here, as it's going to be a pretty late spawn, actually. Just over 2 minutes. Before he's back up. Lincoln's is going to be the choice on Invoker. Make the most sense to you?
Yeah, it's not bad. Like, there's so many ways to take it off, but every one of those ways to take it off is pretty important if it gets used on you. It's like Glimpse and Dragon Tail, Chaos Knight stuff. I think it's fine. I'm just really way more interested in the fact that he skipped all of his talents.
Yeah, he really is.
We've seen Invokers skip level 10, but usually 14, 15, they grab the talents so that they can get to the XP gain. And he's just neglected to go any of those talents, just going pure stat build.
That is interesting. Level 18 here. Well, eventually has to go for it, of course, but once again, 19, still the same thing. No talent tree just yet. Batrider. Lifestealer is inside. Hunting for a target here. Would love to get Chaos Knight again, but that's going to be even harder now as he does have the full heart finished. Gets it picked up right there. Batrider going to find Disruptor. That's an easy kill. Pick him off and get out. TP away. Batrider was hanging around a little bit longer. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, he wanted the courier.
Has been killed.
Can he actually escape now? Yes, he can. So, well played there by HellRaisers. And Roshan's still another 45 seconds before he's even up. So, yeah, Jakiro, we didn't talk too much about him yet, but the Rod of Atos was finished on him, and now he has the Eels coming. They get the 125 cast range as well. So, has some pretty good reach here.
That he does. Pretty standard build, honestly. Like, Atos seems fine. It's just a way to try to peel the Batrider off a little bit.
Chaos Knight, you mentioned the idea of the blink after the heart. So far, he doesn't have anything queued up, but do you think that's necessary, or?
I think it's going to be Blink or BKB. It's either or. I think Blink helps them end the game better because they can just find a pickoff with the Blink, but BKB would let him just walk up and hit buildings.
We'll see what comes into play here. As I believe Invoker has the Lincolns being delivered to him. Or at least the Ring of Health to finish the Lincolns.
Batrider has Shadowblade Gem now.
Using that farm.
So, one more way to initiate. And it's a little interesting with a Nyx on your team to go a Shadowblade, though, when you could go something like an Atos or a Yules.
Yeah, speaking of Lifestealer again, he's he finished the Maelstrom. He has an MKB now queued up even. Really trying to amp that damage of his, but
too many solar crests. He feels like he has to.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, I was kind of wondering, but that's a good point actually. On Chaos Knight and Night Stalker here. That was a level 3 Phantasm. So yeah, no extra procs here, but sends out the 3. The Smoke Ink though, they're moving as a team. They're gonna find Winter Wyvern. Silence goes up, so that should be a free kill. And Roshan is up now.
Yeah, HellRaisers are the ones hunting for this kill, and ends up going the other way around as J4 gets picked, but they've got to try something here.
Oh, he's dropping so fast, though. Invoker's usually pretty good at stalling. Gonna find Winter Wyvern. Silence goes up, so that should be a free kill. And Roshan is up now. Yeah, HellRaisers are the ones hunting for this kill, and ends up going the other way around as J4 gets picked, but they've got to try something here. Invoker's usually pretty good at stalling. There you go. Tornado comes out. Doesn't really hit anyone, though. EMP's in the pit. Radovechos on him, though. Ice Path catching him. He's a little bit too far away. No, he's not. Reality Rift, but the Static Storm's not going to hit in time as the 4 staffs are enough. Glimpse back in, though, so he is going to be caught kind of in it. They lose Nyx Assassin nearby, and Invoker's going to go down. He's dead for 70 seconds. The Chaos Knight doing plenty of damage here. They're also going to get Lifestealer with also no buyback. Triple kill for Illidan. And Kid, Sexy Bamboo, he's going to run to the shrine. Not going to use it as he's fine anyways, but they go back to Roshan, get the Aegis, and now look to push in a lane further after the fact.
CK just does so much damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like this carry is known to have a fairly weak laning phase. Then he just explodes outwards once he gets his first item and damage, and then he just gets insanely tanky with the rest of his items. So if you give him this kind of time, he's gonna just bowl over you. It's so incredibly difficult for HellRaisers to find the amount of damage they need to bring him down.
Yeah, it's been a very, very popular one-position pick, and I would argue he's been the most popular in this event so far, honestly. And Illidan, especially playing it, he's history himself, so doing well once again right here. Remember, they second picked this hero, too. We talked about that in the draft. It seemed a little early, but this is why. Comfortable with it, doing work, and that's a tier 3 bottom. So Chaos Knight is in trouble here. He goes in, though, and Illidan explodes. Invoker right there again. So just when you think Chaos Knight might be in a little bit of trouble, nah, I mean, he has the Aegis anyways. Buyback on Lifestealer. They're forced to fight this. He doesn't even care, though. He's just beating down the racks. Illidan finally is going to die. But you just look at how much it took out of them. Nyx Assassin stuns a couple, but now Illidan's back up, and that means somebody's dead. Target he chose was Winter Wyvern. Lifestealer jumps out with the Infest Bomb, but now he's going to be locked down. GG's called. Understandably, SFTe will take game number 1 here. Great play with their lineup. Nice tempo play, and it paid off.
Radiant victory.
Yeah, they played that very, very well. The Alpha and Jakiro struggled in the early game, but I think that was kind of to be expected. But in reality, yeah, just too much room for CK to move.
10-2-5 performance for Illidan there on the CK. Of course, a team effort indeed, but these stand out right there. But hey, if you do have a team MVP, I mean, I think Pablo actually on Night Stalker obviously played that very well as well. He had a great early impact from the first Nightfall and throughout, and can't overlook his impact in that game. In fact, Jakiro, now that I'm looking at the stat line, 2, 8, and 7. That's maybe not the most impressive from him, but Jakiro's not a hero that, you know, takes a couple of deaths, not really a big deal. He can still do plenty.
Yeah.
When he's up anyway, so overall, great performance, and they take the first game. Again, trying to win their first series here at the group stages. HellRaisers trying to prevent that, but it's going to be a 1-0 series lead so far for SFTe. Tuning into the SkinCoin WCA European group stages. Once again, if you type !SkinCoin in chat, you can get the latest information on the giveaway, as well as you go to skincoin.org. You can see the latest cryptocurrency in the esports market, trading your favorite Dota 2 and even CSGO skins. Again, the skincoin.org. Got a break coming up, guys. I'm BreakyCPK, joined by ZrRock. Stay tuned. We'll be back.